I think we're live. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back. We are doing live packing, daffodils.com. If you're new, please place an order at daffodils.com. During the show, we're going to have a 10% discount. Enter Save 10 at the checkout, and you'll save 10% on all orders. So, let's not waste any time. We'll get straight to packing. First order. Okay, this one is going to Zion Crossroads, Virginia. So, let's take a quick look at this order. We have Tahiti, Solemn. Guess we'll start at the beginning. Argent, British Gamble. Butter and Eggs, Gay Tabor, Ice Follies, Jetfire, Pink Glacier, Pink Punch, Replete, St. Patrick's Day, Solemn, and Tahiti. Okay, so I have everything sitting here, and we have some fun comps to put in this order. So I'll begin. I typically pack the boxes in reverse. Tahiti, Solemn, that looks good. St. Patrick's Day. Those are very nice bulbs. Let's see, Replete, Pink Punch, I believe from Helen Link, and Replete, Murray Evans, a nice double. Jetfire, Pink Glacier, and Jetfire. Oh, that looks like a nice number right there. Ice Follies and Gay Tabor. The very first daffodils I planted here on the farm were Ice Follies. They were supposed to be Mount Hood, however. Butter and Eggs, my first experience with substitution. It happens. But they shouldn't put the wrong label on it. Butter and Eggs, British Gamble. Okay. Pink Trumpet. As comps for this order, am I missing something? We have Argent. Oh yes, Argent, a nice classic double. These bulbs are a little bit small, so I put in some extras. And we have some comps. Papillon Blanc, a beautiful butterfly narcissus. It looks like a typical small cup when it first opens with a limey, lemony cup. And then after a few days, they develop fully with some nice white fringe. Bittern, a Division 12 daffodil. Doesn't fit any of the normal categories. And Ptolemy, a trumpet daffodil. These were drawn from my planting stock. It has an unusual form and coloration for a trumpet daffodil. The color bleeds into the petals. Fascinating, twisted form. Okay, that takes care of my order for Zion Crossroads, Virginia. That looks good to me. Have some nice comps in there. Okay, give me a second. I'll have a wait for you. £4, 7 ounces. 4 pounds, 7 ounces. Okay, thank you to my client in Zion Crossroads, Virginia. Next order. Okay, this is a short one. This customer is interested in high-end and rare daffodils, and one of them is Colleen Bawn. This is a descendant of Narcissus moschatus, and in good years, her beauty is unbelievable, but sometimes the flowers are irregular. So it has a little bit of a preference for rocky and root-filled environments, but it is one of the best when she blooms. And since, along those lines, I decided to add Nevis, which is from the Brody of Brody. It's also an interesting white trumpet. It has a little bit of inflex to the petals and soft, lemony, long, gorgeous trumpet. So that's it for the order. Colleen Bawn, and we decided to throw in Nevis. Thank you to my client in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, Am, you're supposed to push that button that says. All right, this will be there in about 2 days in time for planting on the weekend. £1, 0 ounces. 1 pound, 0 ounces. Okay, thank you to my client in Louisville, Kentucky. Next order. Okay, this one's going to Ruckersville, Virginia, a perennial customer in Ruckersville, Virginia. So taking a look at the order, we have Cheerfulness, Obdam, Papillon Blanc, Poeticus var Recurvus, Replete again, Sir Winston Churchill, and White Lady. And this year, I selected some interesting crops. For some reason or another, we weren't able to send White Lion last year, so we did a substitution on that, and our client selected what she would prefer as substitutions. But this year we have it, so we're going to throw that in. So we're going to start in reverse. White Lady, top end bulbs, beautiful small cup, Sir Winston Churchill. This is a double, often with multiple heads per stem. I would say Tazetta Heritage. They do excellent up north. They'll do fabulous in Virginia. Replete, again, very popular this year. Murray Evans. It's a great grower. You'll have to replant it often because it makes so much. Poeticus recurvus. Now, I've seen others selling Poeticus recurvus, but the photos don't seem exactly right. But I know for sure these are the genuine item. 2 of those. Papillon Blanc, white butterfly again. Obdam, a double. These are so big sometimes, if they're growing in the right environment, they get too big and they might fall over. But they'll look great for at least a week, as long as you don't have a storm. And Cheerfulness, another white double with Tazetta Heritage. Does fabulous up here in the north, probably in most environments. As comps, let's see, oh, there was a second Obdam to go in there. As comps, remember last year we weren't able to send White Lion, so I have some beautiful White Lion bulbs. I think we have 7 in there. Sorry about last year, but we did send the substitutions you requested. Stilton from Ron Scamp. It's a Poeticus, nice, flat, regular form. And one that I don't have on the website, Carn Moon, from Guy L. Wilson. It's a ghostly yellow center with white petals. It's an interesting flower. So that takes care of our order from Ruckersville, Virginia. It's Wednesday, so we will ship these out today. They'll get there either on Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday. All right. I should be writing on here. Okay. Down there properly. £3, 10 ounces. 3 pounds, 10 ounces. That was fast. We're getting better at this. Thank you to my client in Ruckersville, Virginia. Next order. Okay, let's see, another perennial client in Ruckersville, Virginia. Can that be right? Let's see. Okay, I guess it is. Same place. This time we're looking at Cum Laude, White Lion, Jetfire, and White Lion. Yeah, we have a very nice crop of White Lion this year. And I have a nice comp to put in here. So, Cum Laude, Butterfly Daffodil, Jetfire, a Cyclaminius daffodil. So when I use these terms, I'm referring to the divisions. And White Lion, which is a double. There are 13 divisions of daffodils, starting, of course, with Division 1, which is the trumpet daffodil that we're all familiar with, where the corona is longer than the petals, or as long as. For a comp, I decided to put in Hungarian Rhapsody. We had a beautiful crop of these this year, and they make quite a spectacular display. So, this order for Ruckersville, Virginia, again, looks good to me. All right. We're going faster today. So most of my clients think it's too soon to plant in Virginia. 1 pound, 12 ounces. 1 pound, 12 ounces. But it's cooling down. It's getting a lot cooler here. It's been raining. It seems like a good time to plant here in Pennsylvania. Okay, next order. Uh-oh. I don't have a paper for this one. What happened to our order paper? Oh, there's more over there. Okay. This customer is again going to a sophisticated client who is working on a special project. And of course, we have things to provide for that. So 2 different orders were placed. We're going to end up having to refund some of the shipping. I do that. Our website doesn't yet have combined shipping at checkout. That's one of the things on my list. So, going in reverse order, Yellow Cheerfulness. Oh, I need some packing paper in there. I guess we should take a look at the order first. Oh, We'll make it work. I'll put a couple pieces in. So let's take a look at her order. Some very high-end and specialty daffodils. We have Altruist, Anvil Chorus, Baby Pink, Eaton Song, Indian Maid, Martha Washington, Park Springs, Passional, Recurring Dream, Saint Bede, Snowball, Sunny Side Up, Under the Apple Tree, and Yellow Cheerfulness. And in her second order, which is not going to be on the screen, she ordered Kilworth. And we have that in here as well. So we'll start going backwards. As comps for the order, we'll get to those. We have some interesting stuff and some stuff for the project. So we'll start with packing this in reverse, Yellow Cheerfulness. Under the Apple Tree from Helen Link, a new one. We'll have a lot more of that coming in the next few years. Sunny Side Up, a fabulous split cup daffodil. Snowball, a double. Saint Bede, a new one again from Helen Link. A pink trumpet. Recurring Dream. This one is a split cup, division 11A, and it is yellow, white, and orange. It has a frilly center made up of 3 lobes, although I have seen it just make a very large ruffled cup, so it apparently has some variation. Passional. Park Springs, a small cup, light yellow band around the corona. Martha Washington. We had an excellent crop of this year. Indian Maid. Is that a jonquil? Yeah. Yellow-orange jonquil. Eaton Song, Division 12 Other. A lot like Tate-a-Tate, but it's bicolor. I think more orange. Baby Pink and Anvil Chorus. These seem very small, but that's the size that we get. Those will probably all flower. And Altruist. For the other order, placed separately, we have Kilworth. Yeah, next year we'll get combined shipping, because it's nice if you forget something or want to add later and we haven't shipped it. It'd be nice if you could just place another order and it calculates the new shipping or no shipping, depending. So for comps, I put in Maximus Superbus. This is one of the ones she was working on for a project. City Lights, another one that had the appropriate date for the project she was working on. Empress. We can never get enough Empress. I'm having a hard time getting enough Empress. This is all that we could supply this year. This was supposed to go into a tissue culture program. But we'll send it to the client. They need it more than I do. Missing Link. Look at these tiny little bulbs. So small, but probably all of them will flower. A new one from Helen Link, a miniature Cyclaminius. It's about 6 inches tall. So she's a sophisticated grower. She'll know what to do with these. It's not for everybody, but I know who to send it to. All right. Also, we have Link Dwarf, mostly white flower with a pink band on the corona. Lovely. I don't have photos, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And a Tizetta, a pink Tizetta, also from Helen Link, called number 4525. We'll come up with the name with it at some point. This is the first time I've actually carried it, and I don't have photos. I haven't even seen it myself. and a few that I pulled from our planting stock. This one's called Curly. Now it looks similar to modern art, except it's yellow in the center. It has a large ruffled corona. Very nice. So that takes care of the comps, and this order for Richmond, Virginia looks good to me. Okay. What did I do wrong here? Oh, there's two of those. I don't know that my client in Virginia needs a planting instructions. She could probably write planting instructions. Okay, now this is close. So if we wiggle it a little bit, it'll just sit right down in there. How's that? That is a full box. These 8-inch boxes can actually accommodate quite a bit. If it's a real big order, we have to send a 12-inch box. Which I found out from the post office today. Our 12-inch boxes are a little bit over. They're 12 and a half. Okay. This one is 6 pounds, 1 ounce. 6 pounds of flower bulbs. A lot of work in there. A nice weekend project. Okay, thank you to my client in Richmond, Virginia. Next order. Okay, a new client in Lexington, Kentucky. This customer is interested in white daffodils. So we have Mount Hood, a beautiful choice for a white trumpet. I think we can do better on these Mount Hoods. Do I have some more back here? Where's my Mount Hood? Mount Hood, what happened to that?
It's there, the last bucket.
The last bucket. That's Full House.
Is it here at the end? Over here, behind you?
I know it's here somewhere. Mount Hood, where is it? I don't see Mount Hood. Full House. White Lion. Huh.
It's at the end. Ain't that it?
Oh, right here. Yeah, okay. These look better. Those don't look like, they're not big enough. I don't know what happened, but that package isn't big enough. So can we get another? I'm just going to throw another one in there. That wasn't enough. We want our customer to have flowering bulbs. That's better. Okay. All right, can you work this up for me? And I'll continue. Just put a tag on it. Mount Hood, that's better. We have Mount Hood. That wasn't enough. It's supposed to be a package of 5. This looks like a package of 3. And we can do so much better on that. So we'll put in some extra Mount Hood. Obdam, beautiful double again. Looks great at first, maybe last for a week. But by the second week, the blossoms are so big, they could fall over if a windstorm happened. And since this client is after white daffodils, I decided to throw in Snowball. Now these are some smaller size bulbs because this is a comp, but they'll bloom. Some of these will bloom this year, but all these will bloom next year. So that looks good. Thank you to my client in Lexington, Kentucky. What happened to my pen? Oh, we have one more to put in here. Yeah, I'm a little ahead of myself. I can wait. I'm patient. We're trying to hurry.
This is where we need the laughter button.
Yeah, push the laugh button. We need canned laughter. That's what we need. And we need booze. We need... Yeah, I don't know if that was kind of... That's bad. We need, like, laughing. Canned laughing, you know. They put on sitcoms. When you're supposed to laugh and it's not actually funny. We're working on music for this show, too. That's a tough one because everything's copyrighted. But I think I have an answer. This one. 1 pound, 10 ounces. 110. Wow, you're getting fast. Thank you to my client in Lexington, Kentucky. Next order. Okay, this one's going to Plano, Texas. So let's take a look at this order. What do we have in here? We have conspicuous berry, feu de joie, am I saying that right? Full house, Nevis, rise and shine, Saint Bede again, and V and Rose. Wow. All right, and I have some fun things to add along these lines. V and Rose, I always do backwards. Pink trumpet daffodil. Excellent grower, will probably do well there. Saint Bede. This one we haven't really shipped around enough. You'll have to let me know how this does in Texas. Rise and Shine, a split cup daffodil. I hybridized it myself, so I'm quite excited about it. It has a fascinating form where the petals are actually interleaved with the corona. Nevis, top and white trumpet from the Brody of Brody, slightly inflexed petals. Full House, a double with somewhat irregular character. Some of the flowers will look like singles, some of them will be fully double, and some of them will be in between somewhere. So you'll get lots of variation from Full House. Feu de Joie, another double, old-fashioned. And a conspicuous berry. Okay, now, Peter Barr actually made a number of crosses with conspicuous. Most of them have fallen by the wayside, but this one survives. It's rare and it's quite unusual and has a starry appearance. And the cup is so strange. It's almost non-existent and it's quite irregular. So that's a fun one, and I think that one will do especially good in that climate. As comps, what am I missing here? Oh, there were 2 Saint Bede. So as comps, I picked a few. Postlude. This one is a 3 white, yellow, yellow, orange. It has a very interesting appearance to it. Grant Mitch, 1984. Probably the biggest American hybridizer was Grant Mitch. Not everyone will agree, but he registered a lot of flowers. Pearly Queen, a triandrous. Tiny little bulbs, but they're all going to go. And Marjorie Travail, a double, a solid yellow double. So we'll see how those work down in Plano, Texas. This order looks good to me. Okay, this is a light one. £2, 11 ounces. 2 pounds, 11 ounces. Can you get any faster than that? I didn't even have to push a bell. It's on it. Thank you to my client, Plano, Texas. Next order. I think we're doing a lot better. We're going faster. Plus we have some of these smaller orders. Okay. This client ordered for me in 2022, and we are finally fulfilling his request. We had everything that he requested in his order, but he also asked, because we'd spoken on the phone, that I include one called Spanish Fiesta. Now, I haven't handled Spanish Fiesta since my very first year in business, and I don't foresee having it for at least 3 more years. But I dug some up this year for a tissue culture program, and my 4 best bulbs are going to my client who requested it 2 years ago. So that wasn't part of his order, but he asked and I said I could get it. It took me until now to actually have it. Also, I can't just send that one in the box. I decided to include one that will probably do great in his environment, and that is the new one from Helen Link. We have a few more available on our website. It's a pink Tazetta. I haven't seen it with my own eyes yet, but people I know say it's pretty good, and I'm just going to have to wait at least a few more months. So I'll send it out to some people now. So thank you to my client from 2 years ago in Houston, Texas. That's funny. He doesn't need planting instructions. He's a pro. I called him up this summer and told him this was coming. He's excited. My coworkers wonder how I can remember these things. 1 pound, 2 ounces. It's a light one. Yeah, how do you remember something from 2 years ago that was just a throw-in? Well, I remember. Thank you to my client in Houston. Next order. Okay. Do I have a paper down there for this somewhere?
Well, I was getting around there.
All right. We have a person who helps me line these up because there's really no other way. So we're going to have to... Oh, this is a fat one. This one is going to Lynchburg, Virginia. I've been excited to fill it. It is for a very important client who orders from me every year. And I always make sure we have the very best stuff to put in it. So let's see, what do we have? Ooh, this is a big order. Lots. And these look like some of our finest things that we had on the website this year. So, starting with Bryher, Cynosure, Fairy Circle, Great Leap, a double, High Sierra, White Trumpet, Kazuko, Leprechaun, Lulworth, Mahmoud, Moulin Rouge, Mrs. R.O. Backhouse, Nevis, Penny Come Quick, Prince Fushimi, Ptolemy, Rayburn, Red Goblet, Richard Tauber, Rubra, St. Olaf, Sarchedon, and Tamar Double White, and Winter Pride. So a big order going to Lynchburg. So we'll start from the bottom. That's kind of how I do it. I like it if you can unpack the order in reverse. and see that's everything in here. Tamara double white. A little bit fussy. Fortunate to have that. Let's see, we don't have any more of that. That's the end of that. I think those will be just fine. Sarchedon. Saint Olaf. Rubra, a small cup with a yellow red rimmed center. Richard Tauber. Tazetta. Red Goblet. I only had a few of those again. I dug up specifically for propagation purposes. But these are some very nice red goblet bulbs. Those are all going to flower. Rayburn. Ptolemy. Again, the white trumpet. One white yellow. The yellow from the trumpet bleeds into the cup. Prince Fushimi. Penny Come Quick. Nevis. From the Brody of Brody. I think you'll really appreciate that. Mrs. R.O. Backhouse. Those ones came from Mr. Joe Ham. Moulin Rouge. Mahmoud. We had some problems with Moulin Rouge. Some of our bag disappeared. We're going to have to work on that. Lulworth and Leprechaun. Filling up. Are we going to fit these comps in here? Kazuko, High Sierra. These look good. I'm pleased. Great Leap, Fairy Circle, Cynosure, and Briar. So that's the order. Can we fit it all into the box? It's going to be close. But we're gonna make it. It doesn't seem like we're going to make it. Look how full this is. We're almost to the top. But we're going to get there. I've done this a few times. As comps. Now, this client wants the very best. What do you send to the person who has everything? You send stuff that you know they don't have. Plus, you send things that you think they probably don't have. So, and if they do have it, well, it's convenient. You just hand along to a friend if you have it already. But we'll start out with Bethany. Probably unlikely that this client has Bethany. It's a reverse bicolor from Grant Mitch. I've only had it for sale once before, and I only dug it up for some tissue culture purposes. Ptolemy. Again, that trumpet daffodil with the color bleeding into the cup. Rise and Shine. Now, Ptolemy, she may have that one. I don't know. She doesn't have Rise and Shine because this is one of my own seedlings, new this year. Missing Link. New from Helen Link. She actually called it Cyclaminius bicolor. That was her pet name for it. But it's not a species, so we can't call it that. That was just her pet name. So we decided to call it Missing Link. These bulbs are tiny, not for the novice, but she's a professional. She knows exactly what to do with bulbs like that. Jack Wood, a split cup with interesting coloration. A Link seedling. This one I haven't seen for myself yet. Mr. Ham provided me with this, and it is a seedling of Phoebe, just open pollinated. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like, but he's loved it enough to bring it along all these years, so it must be interesting. Carn Moon, a Division 3 small cup, green, white, yellow in the cup, from Guy Wilson. And Hoopoe, I think, will do very well in her climate. A to Zeta with yellow-orange coloration from Grant Mitch These are the comps I put in. Yes, what do you get for the person who has everything? Well, something that they don't have. Or hope they don't have. Oh, I gotta fit these in here somehow. Okay, this is where we have to squeeze it in a little bit. They're actually going. Are we gonna get there? Let's see if we can do it. We're getting really close. And we don't want to smash anything. Get there in good condition. Oh, wow. Okay, that's how professionals do it. Look at that. We even have room for some tissue paper on top. Okay, I'm pleased with this order for Lynchburg, Virginia. Oh, that's tight. What do you think it weighs? Is it 8-pounder? Is it 9? Ooh. It is 7 pounds, 10 ounces. 710, Lynchburg, Virginia. Okay, next order. Okay, my first year in business, we ordered these boxes, and somebody pulled one out by accident, and we just decided to go ahead and use it. So this order is going to need to be actually packed up. We have all the Carlton in here, and we have the tags, but we're going to need to put this in bags. That doesn't get done. Rejected. Rejected. The work isn't done. We have the bulbs, we have the comps, we have everything. This one has to go. Rejected. Okay, thank you. Next order, just send it on over. Rejected. Okay, now my associate wasn't ready. I rejected that too fast. All right. So we have a little work to do. Let's see if we can do this nicely. There it is, and we didn't drop it. So let's take a quick look at the order on the screen. This one is going to Santa Rosa, California. Santa Rosa, California. Order number 142109. We have Altruist, Apricot Distinction, Conspicuous Berry, Cynosure, Fairy Circle, Grand Finale, Martha Washington, Mattapan, Penny Come Quick, Prince Fushimi, Snow King, and Tiri Tomba. And I have some interesting things that I think will work in that climate and seem compatible with this order. So we're going to start from the back. Tiri Tomba. Oh, there's 2 of those. Yes, this is fantastic. Split cup orange and yellow daffodil. I think that was by Lefebvre. Snow King, a Poeticus. We have one of those. Prince Fushimi. Again, very popular this year. Penny Come Quick. Where is Penny Come Quick? You know, it's a simple flower, but I've really grown to appreciate it. Penny Come Quick. Tiny bulbs, but they'll make great big impressions. Mattapan. A red cup daffodil. And Martha Washington, a historic. We grow those here. We grow most of our crop here, almost all of it. But I do have some suppliers. Grand Finale. Fairy Circle. There's another Martha. Oh, that's very nice. I believe that's Brody of Brody, I think. It's an old flower. Cynosure. Now, there are very few pictures of cynosure on the internet. And I have cynosure, and Mr. Joe Ham has cynosure, so I'm going to compare the two. Conspicuous berry. Oddball from the past, thankfully still around. Apricot distinction. That was popular last year, and we didn't end up getting it. Altruist. All right, so that takes care of the order. Now, as comps, I decided to add for this client, who is apparently a more sophisticated grower. She has ordered for me for several years in a row now. Narcissus moschatus. This is a species daffodil. It grows maybe 6 to 8 inches tall, and it makes darling drooping blossoms that almost point straight down. I think that's worth trying. Also, Passional, a pink large cup daffodil. When it starts to develop, it's yellow at first, and then it transitions to pink. And when you look across the clump, you have all different colors as the blossoms are maturing. Also, Double Smiles, a double with Tazetta heritage, solid yellow this time. And lastly, Early Pearl, another Tazetta. It's a white and yellow Tazetta. I think it will do fabulous in Santa Rosa, California. So that takes care of my order, and I think it looks good to me. Well, it looks like we have some boxes piling up over there. Do we have any viewers? We've been on for what? How long have we been on?
48 minutes. We have one right now, but we had 6 watching.
Oh, well, I guess they're just not interested. Well, if you like our content, please share, subscribe, click the notifications bell, click the like button, make a comment. Okay, this one is 4 pounds, 10 ounces. Santa Rosa, California. 410. Okay, next order. Thank you to my client in Santa Rosa. Okay, a perennial customer in Gloucester, Virginia. Interested in the most exquisite and rare daffodils only, which would include Acolyte, a fantastic triandrous daffodil, all white. Bald Eagle, white large cup daffodil. We didn't have it last year, but we're fortunate to have it this year. And Clavichord, an excellent split cup daffodil, enchanting appearance, very distinct, very high contrast. As comps for this client, I decided to send Nevis, a white trumpet daffodil. And Stylish, 2 orange. This was by Phil and Graham, 1975. Has a color code 2 orange. fascinating form and very saturated color. So this order for Gloucester, Virginia to a perennial client looks fantastic to me. And we have some fun stuff to put in. She'll be excited. Let's see, Stylish looks similar to one that I sent her last year as a comp. It was called Copper Coin. I'm working on another crop of Copper Coin. That one takes a while to grow. £1, 12 inches, I'm sorry, £1, 12 ounces to Gloucester, Virginia. Thank you to my client in Gloucester. Okay, next order. All right, this one's a big one. Big box this time. There was no escaping that. Can you pass me that order paper on here? Sorry. I know you're still working on it. This is a big one. So, okay, this one's going to Hayes, Virginia. Looking at the order, we have a lot of stuff. Can we browse through like the overview of what the order looks like? Yeah. Anvil Chorus, Bath's Flame. Yeah, just take a look over it while I get it organized up here. I'm going to go ahead and start putting stuff in, try to save some time. I'll just say it as I'm going. Anvil Chorus, Bath's Flame. If I run into something that I don't have, don't worry, I'll complain. Say, where is it? We have everything so far. Bethany, what an excellent choice this year. A lucky customer to get that one. Blushing Lady. Chanterelle. Split Cup. We haven't had that one for a while. Cum Laude. Always very popular. Dan Duplessis. Do you have a Dan Duplessis? I'm not seeing a Dan Duplessis. But we do have Dan Duplessis. I should be able to see it from here. Where's Dan? Yep, it's right here. Okay, thank you. All right, I would hit the reject button, but we're doing so well. So let's keep going. Cum Laude. Okay, we'll get the Dan Duplessis. It's coming. Decoy. Early Pearl. White as that I wish. All bulbs grew as nicely as Early Pearl does. Exotic Mystery. 2 packages. We'll just set this here so we have something to look at while we're going. Horace. Now we're into Kazuko and Martha Washington. I see 2 packages of Martha Washington. Kazuko. And now we're looking for Myrthan and Might. Might is, there's Might right there. Myrthan is, there it is in the front, all the way in the front of where you're at. Look, no, in front of you, up higher. Look where my finger's pointing. Yeah,
Sorry.
that helps. Okay, Nevis and then Odessa. Odessa. It's probably that one that's upside down right there. Odessa, good. Another from Brody of Brody. Keep this moving along. Orange Cup, and then Papillon Blanc. Pink Glacier. 2 packages of Orange Cup. Papillon Blanc. It's, oh, I know it's down there. We have it. I don't see it in the pile.
Yeah.
Papillon Blanc. Okay, then Pink Glacier and Rainbow. 2 packages of Rainbow. Actually, we should have 3. So looking around for another. It's Snow King. And I see you have a Pink Glacier in your hand. Pass it on back up here.
Yep.
Snow King. Unidentified number 100. And then just send them up in alphabetic order. Oh, wait, let's see. V and Rose. V and Rose. We're looking for X Medioludius and X Odoris. Twin sisters and the Campanelle. Very good. Zit, finally. And I think we've reached the end of the actual order. 2 packages of Zit. Beautiful. And we have Dan Duplessis. Is that all we have of Dan Duplessis? Is there more?
Those ones are bigger than the ones that are in here.
Bring that on over here. Let's take a look. I want to see what we got to work with. We're out of it. We have 1 package left.
And you want to combine or add a couple, but those ones.
Well, this is really sad about this. This is all we received this year. And yes, this has the correct number in it, but they're all so small. Can I add a few more? These are the biggest choices. They're not very big, but how about I put in like 5 extras? The biggest ones that we have in here. Yeah, I'm disappointed in Dan, so we'll send some extras. And even though they're small, you're ahead of the game because we're probably not going to have it for a number of more years. Can you put that in another? What is this here? That's Dan. Can you put this in another bag that fits, or tie that back up? And we're done with that. On to the comps, finally. Sorry about the delay. I decided to put in Yes Please, which I would compare it to Fortissimo. It's a big flower. It's not quite as light and fluffy, but it's a large flower, but it's pink. I think that's a good one to try out. Cynosure, this collection, which looks like someone is interested in a mixture of relatively run-of-the-mill daffodils and some rare and exquisite daffodils. So I think Cynosure is an appropriate one to put in there. That's on the rare side. Torhead. I had to hand write a tag for this one. It's a Poeticus. It has a very interesting center with green, yellow, and red bands. Clavichord, very popular this year, and I've been sending it out as comps. Very dramatic. Missing Link. So for this customer who probably knows what they're doing at this point with this order, you'll want to plant this in some sandy soil, only about an inch down, about an inch deep. Some sandy soil. You will not be disappointed. Delaware, an old-fashioned white and orange daffodil with a large saturated orange cup. Dan Duplessis is good. Lanurth, a jonquil. May or may not have this one, but if you don't, give it to a friend who doesn't. And Fanad Head, a Poeticus. So I'm pleased with this order for Hayes, Virginia. I haven't even gone over any of my topics I want to talk about. We've spent the whole time working. All right. How much? We tried to fit it in a small box. It didn't fit. £10, 14 ounces. 10, 14. All right, thank you to my client in Hayes, Virginia. Next order. Okay, a new client from Towson, Maryland. I had the pleasure of meeting this client at the National Convention. We had a very pleasant conversation. So she actually placed 2 orders. There was something she forgot the first time around, so she had to place a second order to get it. And we will refund the differential in that shipping because we're going to put it all in one box. So we'll handle that refund when we're done here today. Okay, a collection of rare and exquisite. She's been buying for a while, probably has everything. So let's take a look at the order. We have April Peach, Baby Pink, Bald Eagle, Elizabeth Ann, that's from Brian Duncan, Joe Ham the Daffodil Man, and a flower he registered, Katharine Hepburn, Northern Skies, a flower we got from him, Pink Glacier, Pink Punch, Prototype, St. Bede, and Tizetta Ochroleucas, and lastly, Under the Apple Tree. Several of these flowers are from Helen Link, a new hybridizer. We're growing out a lot of her stock right now, and I'm quite excited to be bringing it forward. So we'll start from the bottom, I always do. Under the Apple Tree, new from Helen Link. Ochroleucas, a species Tizetta. I didn't even know Ochroleucas existed until I had a chance to carry it this year. St. Bede, again from Helen Link. Pink Trumpet. Prototype, always popular. A little cyclamen. Pink Punch, again from Helen Link. Beautiful bulbs. Pink Glacier, Pink Split Cup. Northern Skies, very popular this year and last. Last year we didn't get it. But I don't see it here in the pile. Maybe it's over here. Where's my Northern Skies? Oh, very good. I was very much enchanted with this flower. I would say it looks similar to Katie Heath, except it's much bigger, and it doesn't have drooping heads. Katharine Hepburn. Fabulous. A pleasure to carry, Joe Ham the Daffodil Man. Finally, after years of waiting, Elizabeth Ann, Brian Duncan, Pink Cyclamenius, Bald Eagle, Baby Pink, and April Peach. So that takes care of what we need in the order. So comps. I see there's some extra things here. Oh, from the other order, Silver Smiles. We had 2 of those. Flower from Brent Heath in Gloucester, Virginia. Brent and Becky's Bulbs. I've ordered from Brent and Becky's Bulbs for more than a decade. Comps, Elegance. This client's after the rare and exquisite, and I'm not sure she has elegance, but if she doesn't, she needs it. Link 4525. This is the pink Tazetta. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like in person. She'll probably get to see it sooner than I will down there in Virginia because your bloom comes sooner. Texas, a double from Sarah Backhouse. Joe says it's reluctant to bloom, but it bloomed for me the very first year. I have a feeling it will do well there. We'll see what that does. Sometimes it blasts, sometimes it doesn't produce anything. We'll see what happens. And a white-red called Kazuko. So, those are the comps. Thank you to my client in Towson, Maryland. This looks great. Let's see, how many left? Oh, good. We only have 6 to go. We're doing better. What time is it?
406.
4:06. I think we'll make it to the Grove City Post Office tonight. We're not going to make it to Volant. Yeah, go ahead and try to fix that. Maybe we can get that out right now and not have to spend any time on it later. But yeah, I think these are small enough that you can probably keep up. Okay, and how much does it weigh? 4 pounds, 14 ounces. It's going to be an order of 5, so we want to put in 7. Does that make sense? Around here it's confusing because a package of 3 is actually supposed to contain 5, and a package of 5 is supposed to contain 7. So people get confused. Thank you to my client in Towson, Maryland. Next order. Okay, I received a call from this lady, a client in Brookings, Oregon, who ordered these as a gift for someone. And then we had a question about the address, but we can go ahead and take a look at what's on the order for Brookings, Oregon. We have Exotic Mystery, Gay Tabor, Spring House, Sunny Side Up, and I picked out a couple fun things to add. So, we'll do it backwards. Sunny Side Up, those are beautiful. Spring House, a flower that was grown here on our farm. I'm pretty sure it's a seedling from White Lion. Looks a lot like Changing Colors, but it's taller, it has a different character. Gay Tabor, Mandarin Orange center with successive whorls going into the middle. One of the best doubles in my opinion. And Exotic Mystery from Brent and Becky Heath. Again, one of their best flowers, but it's hard. I mean, they've brought so many fantastic specimens to the market. As comps, I decided to add Calernin. As I mentioned one other time, it's not a very sophisticated flower. It's simple. It has large, flat petals and a tight red-orange center. But once you get acquainted with it, you'll really start to love it. And something that does in slightly warmer climates is Freedom Stars. It's a Tazetta Heritage split cup, multiple flowers per stem. It's very interesting form. So that takes care of my order that is actually being shipped to Madison Heights, Virginia, but my client is in Brookings, Oregon. Thank you for the order. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. Okay, going to Madison Heights, Virginia. Next order. Okay, another client in Gloucester, Virginia. A perennial client, and we chat on the phone sometimes. So taking a look at this, we have Apricot Distinction, Bald Eagle, Beryl, Evangeline, Fairy Circle, Mahmoud, Might, Pearly Queen, Trousseau, and Zit. So, I already know we have a little problem with Zit. We'll get to that. Apricot Distinction. Bald Eagle. We have everything. It's all here. Beryl. I haven't seen one of those for a while. You must have sold out early on that one. Evangeline. We had these orders all packed up and allocated a month ago. We were ready for this. It's time to get them out. Fairy Circle. Mahmoud. Let's see. A Tazetta. Might. Oh, definitely one of my favorites. Hard to grow. We have some this year. Pearly Queen, a Triandrus. Trousseau. You know what? I got some other bulbs of Trousseau. I got some other bulbs of Trousseau down here somewhere. We're going to switch some of those out and do some better. Zit. Our Zit crop was light this year, so I didn't get as much of a crop as I wanted. We put lots of extra ones in there. They may or may not bloom this year, but I put in some extras in case they don't, so you'll have twice as many next year. And Trousseau, I want to take a look at that. And in terms of comps, I decided to put in, again, a very curious flower, a Tazetta from Helen Link. 8 white pink. What's that going to look like? Border Chief. A dramatic orange and yellow. Very strong contrast. Very regular flowers. I think underappreciated. Joaquina. A large cup, white and yellow. The colors are not unusual, but the form is distinct. And lastly, White Lady. I think for some reason I wasn't able to send White Lady last year, but we have it this year, so we of course provided substitutions at the client's request for that. But we have it this year, so I'm throwing it in. Now Trousseau, give me a second. I think I have Trousseau down here. Oh well, we're gonna have to reject it. Reject it, reject it. It's close, but no cigar. I know I have some better Trousseau bulbs that I just picked up this weekend. So I'm going to switch a couple of those out, and we're going to come back to that. So, next order. Oh no, all I'm getting is some packages here. I don't see any box. What's happening? Nothing's in order. Oh, I need some help. I'm just messing with you. It's fine. It's okay. So this one, it's really not that big of an order, so it's all right. This one's going to Chesney, South Carolina. New client. Oh, no. This client ordered for me last year. I remember. All right. Let's take a look at what we have. Chanterelle, Colleen Bond, Full House, Irene, Pink Split Cup, Mrs. Langtree, Northern Skies, Rise and Shine, and V and Rose. So we'll do this in reverse order. V and Rose Pink. It's actually a large cup, but it looks like a trumpet. I think of it as a trumpet. Northern Skies. Northern Skies has such a curious form. Mrs. Langtree. We need Stella. Everybody's getting Mrs. Langtree. We need Stella. Irene. Full House. Colleen Bond. Oh, good. That's a rare one. We haven't had that one for 3 years. And Chanterelle. Another one we haven't had for 3 years. I'm working on growing out these stalks, but growing daffodils takes a long time. You have to start years in advance. As comps, I thought South Carolina would be a great place to grow St. Agnes, a Tazetta. It's interesting, if you look at the photos closely, it has hexagonal cups. They're not round. It looks very similar to geranium, but these cups have a hexagonal shape. If you pay attention, you'll see it. Also, Pink Punch from Helen Link, a new one, and Nevis, a white trumpet. This order to Chesney, South Carolina looks fabulous. All right, Trousseau, we'll work on that. Because that's a special client, and I do not like to disappoint clients in any way. But if they order for me every year, I have to make sure they keep ordering. So we will take care of our clients. Oh, I gotta put these comps in there. And if we screw something up this year, I'll remember and we'll get it next year. If we can't fix it this year. We're pretty good at that though by now. We don't oversell things. But sometimes our crops spoil on us. Okay. 3 pounds, 3 ounces. 3 pounds, 3 ounces. Thank you to my client in Chesney, South Carolina. Next order. Okay. Last year we were not able to supply this client with something, and it was the only thing that she ordered. But this year we have a very pleasant assortment for her. And we actually have what she wasn't able to get last year. And we're throwing it in the box. So this one's going to Gloucester, Virginia. We have Decoy, a red daffodil. Finch, Halvos, Kinglet, Mrs. Ernst H. Crillage, Orangery, and Trevithian. So I'll start here from the bottom. Orangery, split cup. Mrs. Ernst H. Crillage, beautiful. A white trumpet daffodil from Mr. Ernst H. Crillage, who named the flower after his wife, Mrs. Ernst H. Crillage. Kinglet, does that make sense? A yellow-orange jonquil. Halvos, a Tazetta. Finch and Decoy. Okay, that's the order. Red daffodils. Among the reddest, this and Magician and Catalyst are the reddest daffodils I've ever seen. Decoy is excellent. Last year, we couldn't send Bald Eagle, so here you go. Bald Eagle on the house. Sorry we couldn't send it last year. We didn't get it last year. Everyone wanted it. We didn't get it. And Bethany, a reverse bicolor split cup from Grant Mitch. All right, this order for Gloucester, Virginia looks fantastic to me. Hey, we're getting better at this. It's going faster. We've only had a few screw ups so far today. One package wasn't ready to go. I could do better on some bulbs for an important client. What else happened? Did pretty good. Only 2 rejects in an hour. That's not bad. Better than normal. Okay, this one is 2 pounds 9 ounces. 2-9. Thank you to my client in Gloucester, Virginia. All of my clients in Gloucester, Virginia. This one's going to Earlysville, Virginia, another perennial client. Let's take a look and see what she has on her order. Baby Pink, Bald Eagle, Cynosure, Irene, Malie, Mrs. Ernst H. Krelage again, Northern Skies, Park Springs, Rise and Shine, St. Bede, White Lady, and Yes Please. So that's an overview, Earlysville, Virginia. We'll start at the bottom. Yes Please. White Lady, Elegant, St. Bede. I think we'll have a bright future. Same with Rise and Shine. One of my own split cups. Park Springs. You can never go wrong with Park Springs. Northern Skies. Fascinating form. Again, looks like Katie Heath, but it's larger. Mrs. Ernst H. Krelage. Malie and Irene, both split cups, one with some yellow in the center, one all pink. Cynosure and Bald Eagle. And Baby Pink. That's everything in the order. What else are we sending along? Because I know this is a sophisticated client, again, I sent Nevis. Not many people know about this one, so we want to get that one out there into the world so people can get a look at it. Link Dwarf. Everyone loves adorable daffodils. Oh, we have a visitor. Can somebody take care of my visitor at the door? Everyone loves pink daffodils, so this one is mostly white with a little bit of pink around the cup. And Penny Come Quick, a starry flower with white-pink center. And lastly, Killarney. I would say a show quality flower. White petals, tight red center, small cup, and makes lots of flowers. Very floriferous. This looks good for my client in Earlysville, Virginia. All good. We're close to the end. £4, 5 ounces for Earlysville, Virginia. £4, 5 ounces. Okay, next order. All right. Another perennial client. I have a lot of perennial clients. Auburn, California this time. Auburn, California. And these all look like flowers that will do very well in Auburn, California. So let's take a look over the order. We have just a few things, but they're all great things. Blushing Lady, Hungarian Rhapsody, Jade, St. Patrick's Day, Tamara Double White, and Yes Please. Okay, Blushing Lady, jonquil, a big flashy split cup called Hungarian Rhapsody, beautiful, very dramatic. Jade from Grant Mitch, St. Patrick's Day, Tamara Double White, and Yes Please. 4 comps in this order. It seemed appropriate to add some clavichord. We had a lot of it this year, and we had a really great crop. So for certain orders, we'll throw that in. And Orange Glory, one that is not on the website. It's a Tizetta. I'm sorry, it is a Cyclaminius, it says here. Can that be right? I'm not sure. I might have to look up this color code. It should be an 8 yellow-orange, I thought. But that says Cyclaminius. I'll have to check on that. Orange Glory. In any case, this order for Auburn, California looks fantastic. So I'm almost out of planning instruction, and that can only mean one thing. We're close to the end. Was that 20 for today? That's pretty good. Did anyone check to see what our visitor wanted?
He said he'll be back.
He'll come back. Okay. Auburn, California. How much? It weighs 2 pounds, 9 ounces. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. Okay, thank you to my client in Auburn. Next order. Another repeat client every year in Henrico, Virginia, but this one's being shipped to Richmond. So let's take a look at this order. It's actually 2 orders, so we'll only be able to show the first one on the screen. It is Apricot Distinction, Bald Eagle, Enchanted Elf, Jade, Leprechaun, Pink Punch, Shanich, and Under the Apple Tree. And we have several of each thing. So let me make sure we have all of the quantities. Enchanted Elf, there's 1, 2 of those, 2 of everything, except 1 of Jade. Maybe we were out of Jade. I should look to see if we have more, because he wanted 2 of everything on here. Shanich, Jade, Leprechaun, Pink Punch, two Shanich, and 2 Under the Apple Tree. So that's everything from the order is in the box. Okay, we also decided to send along a few extras. There's my other leprechaun. I thought I was missing one. Okay. This one is not for this order. Oh, yes, it is. It is for page 2. Okay, we need that in there. There's 2 of those. Thank you. Sometimes I don't know what's going on. I need help. And fortunate to get Mike a tiny little cyclamen with very narrow stovepipe cups. Okay, comps for this order. First, I decided since he ordered Might and loves exquisite flowers, I would throw in Missing Link, which is about 5 to 6 inches tall, if it's even that tall. It's a bicolor, but has a characteristic similar to the wild Cyclaminius. A little bit of a different form, but I think you'll enjoy that one. Also, Hoopoe, a Tazetta, 8 yellow-orange from Grant Mitch, 1977. Cinnamon Ring. We didn't have this one or Hoopoe on the website, but I had a few extra packages, and if I know someone's interested in the rare and exquisite, I always throw in something. This is Cinnamon Ring. I think you'll enjoy the pictures that you find on the internet. And lastly, yes please, a great big pink daffodil, similar in form to Fortissimo. So that is both of these orders. And again, we're going to have to issue a small refund for the shipping difference because we're putting it in one box. We don't need to charge an extra $12 for shipping. So that takes care of my order for Henrico, Virginia. £4, 11 ounces. 4 pounds, 11 ounces. Going to Richmond. Okay, thank you to my client. Next order. Are we at the end? We're close. Okay, Williamsburg, Virginia. Again, a recurring client and a pleasure. So let's take a look at the order. We have Enchanted Elf, Indian Maid, Kazuko, Rainbow, Spindletop, and Stratosphere. Let me just toss these in. This will go fast. Spindletop. Haven't seen that one today. Rainbow. Kazuko. These are all rare. Indian Maid. Probably haven't seen the market for years. Enchanted Elf. A new one from Helen Link, although Joe Ham's been carrying that for a long time. As comps, we can only send the rare and exquisite to the people who have everything. So, Northern Skies. I think we weren't able to send this one last year. We ended up requesting substitutions for the client. But we have some this year to send. Are there any better Northern Skies over there than what we have here? Is that it for Northern Sky? We're kaput. There's nothing. Well, they're not the biggest bulbs in the world, but you're still ahead of the game. You won it last year. Sorry we couldn't send it. Here it is. Carn Moon from Guy Wilson. Not historic, but it came later. It's still a fantastic flower from Guy Wilson. And Evangeline. I think simple little, very floriferous small cup flower with dainty yellow centers. This looks good for Williamsburg, Virginia. We can't. Oh. Okay, so we failed. We can't do it live on air. Was there another thing we needed to fix? Oh yes, it's down here. It's one more bulb of trousseau. We're not going to get that one done while we're on the air
Or not?
because I have to hunt through my planting stock that I picked up this last weekend and pull one of those out. Thankfully, I was able to get some more because that was in such demand, and others. Whew, I had to get help on that. It's nice when there's someone around who has the same stuff. Actually, my stuff comes from there, but I'm growing it too. Okay, this one is 2 pounds, 5 ounces. And I guess that's it, right? We're done for today. Ooh, 2 pages came out. Uh-oh, there's a red flash. Something's wrong with the printer. Good thing this is our last order. Thank you to my client in Williamsburg, Virginia. Well, thank you, everybody. That concludes our show for today. Not all of our orders are packed online. We've had a lot. So if your order was packed online, you will receive an email that has your tracking information in it and also a link to our online video. If you enjoy our content, if you don't find it too boring, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click the notifications bell. And on our website, if you create an account, you can save 5% on every order. Just create an account. If you spend more than $200, you save 10%. Spend more than $300, you also get free shipping on top of that. And soon we'll be switching over to 24-hour shipping. We have a few more sessions of this to go through until we can actually do that. So go to daffodils.com, place your order. Some of the most interesting things are running out. So see you next time. It'll be a couple more days. We'll have another show with more orders for Virginia. Thank you for watching.